recording. Okay, let's see. Let's see if you can hear me. It's going to be a new password, so people might take a minute to try to find it. Hello? Can you hear me? Thumbs up, Pete. Can you let me know if you can hear me, Loretta?
Good afternoon.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for letting me know.
How are you?
And you can see me okay?
Yes. Can you see
Great.
me?
I see a screenshot of you.
Oh, I thought I changed that. I don't know how to put that up.
You can, if you do to start video, it's up to, you can do start video or stop video.
Where's, oh, start video? I don't want to video it.
I mean, a start video means your video. You aren't videoing it like, you're not recording it. It just means it starts your video. If you want to be like your face and you want me to actually see you in live, then you do your own video. You just say start video. Yeah, there you are.
Okay.
There you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you get to see what I look like.
I do. Hi. Well, the other looked like you, but it was just your picture. And I thought it was you. So I was talking, like I was waving at you, like you were there. And then I was realizing, oh, that person is not waving back at me. That is not a person. It's a picture.
So now are you going to kill us now that it's 50 minutes?
Well, you remember, it's definitely a different kind of workout, but it definitely will be something different. I want to tell you, it's not going to be the same as just laying and strengthen. This is Mobility Monday, we're calling it. So it's a little bit different. It's stretching with intention. And we're going to use a band if you have it, a chair, your mat. Great. Yes, great.
It's strapped.
That's fine. That's perfect. A band, strap, also a chair.
Okay, I got a chair.
Your mat you'll still need. We do a little bit of different kind of moving around. So my daughter, who does some high intensity classes, said that the mobility moves she did for 30 minutes, she sweat more and was harder than the high intense class she did. It was just stretching. Imagine that.
Okay.
It's because your body is so used to stuff,
Right, I know.
So yes, thanks for joining me.
No problem. I didn't want to go.
It's a new class and a new meeting time, so I'm kind of giving people an extra few minutes to get on. Also, though, it may just take a couple of weeks for them to get used to. They're also in class. They're actually in the fitness center,
But
so
I live by Midway, so that's too far for me to go back and forth to try to take a virtual and at the gym.
Oh, yeah. So this is like really working well for you.
Yeah. So I'm going to do virtual 4 days a week. And then I'm going to do a yoga class at the gym on Thursday outside.
Wonderful. Oh, wonderful. So you'll really benefit from this. This is like one of the things that really is beneficial for those that want to be at home when they can. So yeah, I'm expecting there to be a few people today. And if not, well, it'll build itself. It's a new class. So new class times are always take a little bit of time. So even if it's just me, you and me, it's happy as a lark. We got Maggie on too.
That's fine. I did that with Andrea one time. She was having trouble and I couldn't hear her. And people dropped out of the class because they couldn't hear her when she was doing the yoga, but I stayed and it was me and her.
Yeah, no, I totally, and I'm telling you, it'll make a big difference. Like, again, I don't, whether it's 1 or whether it's 10, it's the same to me. So I guess if anything, you just get like your personal training one-on-one session. So that's good for you.
Okay.
All right. So just make sure you can see me and hear me. I'm going to try to move my chair a little closer depending on how this is going to work. I've tested it, but not, you know, in the live. It's always different.
Are we going to do the chair first?
We're going to start in the chair. Yeah.
Okay.
So can you see me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't see me because I'm moving, so I can get my chair.
I feel like I'm not connected to, you know what I just realized? I don't think give me 1 second. My audio is not connected to my AirPods. So 1 second.
I have an iPad, so I got to move it around so I can see you.
That's totally fine. Now, I'm going to see if you can hear me. Can you still hear me?
Yes,
Oh, yeah, that's much better. Okay, I can hear you now, too, through my AirPods. I couldn't hear you through there either. I was like, this is not working the same way. Okay, great. Okay. All right, so I'm going to come. You can see me fine, though.
Right.
Okay. All right, I want you to come and sit where your feet are going to be flat onto the ground.
Okay.
So make sure you're not got your heels up for right now, okay? Try to sit flat-footed. Another thing I want to do is avoid arching your back when you're sitting in here. So please just try to have the shoulders back and down and rest your hands right on your thighs.
Okay.
All right, what we're going to start with is just a forward fold in the chair, trying for some mobility in the spine to just warm up. So you take your hands, I want you to lift them up slowly. We're going to slowly tilt forward. Just at your thighs and hold. Your head is going to come right here between your shoulders, facing the floor. And then slowly you're going to bring those hands as far down as you can, tucking the chin to chest. And I want to slowly take the hands off the ground, brace the core to lift yourself back where you were, squeezing through your butt, bracing the core, pushing through the chair, and come all the way up, back up. All right, now I want us to do that another probably 10 times. We're gonna do it in a 4-part phase. It's a warm-up move, and then we're gonna move some. So we're gonna take our hands all the way up. So come from here, right at your shoulders. Hands are in, yep. And I want you to slowly reach up. Shoulders back and down. Now, I want you to tilt forward at the hip. Eye gaze at the ground. Hold for 2 seconds. Then slowly allow yourself to come all the way down, tucking your chin to chest. Slowly rise yourself, hands off forward. Now rise up. Stop where you started. And then you're going to come all the way back up to the top. So do you see those 4 parts, Loretta?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to come back down, drop your hands to the side. Shoulders are back and down. We start here. We're going to bring those hands up, bending at the elbow, joints, flexion, okay? Rise up. Shoulders are involved. Tip forward, brace the core. Hold with the core. 3, 2, brace that core. Now all the way drop down. Let that chin tuck to chest. Take the hands off the floor. Bring yourself back up. And slowly rise up. And go back to the starting position. We're going to rise all the way here. Straighten the arms. This time I want you to straighten a little bit further. Avoid this tilt in the back, okay? Try not to do that. Tuck the hips. Keep yourself straight. Line spine. Tip forward at the hips. Now come all the way down. Raise the hands up. Now come all the way up. We're gonna take out that second move and straighten the arms. This time, watch. I want you to come down, opening the arms to side. Bring those hands back up. Follow through. Slow forward, brace. Tilt the head forward, eye gaze down, tuck the chin to chest. Lift the arms up, come all the way back. Open, palms facing me. Now palms face the floor. Come all the way down. Let's do this 3 more times. So we rise all the way up this time, all the way up. Yep, and now tilt forward, then towards the ground. Down. Now we're gonna lift all the way back up, bracing the core. Palms down. One more big range of motion. Now watch, cross your hands. Bring it all the way up. Tip forward. Back up. And then down to where we started. You feel that?
Yes, I do.
So we see how the move gets bigger, right? So we can take it from like a 4-part move and eventually make it into somewhat of a flow, okay? So now let's take a little bit of a twist. I want us to take our feet up. So this time we're going to keep our toes up. Lift those heels off the floor. Take your hands to the one side of the chair. If you can, watch. One thigh here, and if you can, grab the back of the chair. If that bothers your shoulder though, do not do that. Just come to the side. Otherwise, I want you to try to reach towards the chair. Or bring the arm straight out. See how my arm is straight out past the chair at about a 45-degree angle? And look to this thumb. Now we're going to slowly bring the arm around and switch the other side. This time, put those heels on the ground, watch, and bring your toes up. Hand comes here, arm out. Bring the arm around. Awesome. Now the toes up, trying to stretch out those feet, okay? So this time, if you want to, you can hold under your thigh for a little bit more of a stretch in the shoulder. And like I said, you can also try to grab on if you want to scoot up a little bit in your chair. Watch, if you scoot up a little bit in your chair and bring your feet up, you can grab onto the back of the chair to open up that chest muscle and that, but like it's a little teeny tiny muscle group. So if it bothers you at all, ease up on yourself. You're the only person. If it's a knife like pain, don't do that. Do you feel that?
Yes.
That should be a big stretch. Now I want you to look towards me slowly. And now look at your neck, watch. Look away.
Look away?
So you watch, you're gonna take your head from where it is and look the opposite way of where your head was. You're gonna go out towards your left a little bit, like a half an inch. Do you feel that in your neck?
Yeah.
Just hold and breathe in and out. And slowly bring the head around. Safely bring that arm up and safely bring the arm to the front. That's a big stretch.
Yeah.
Something so simple, right?
Huh?
Grab the thigh. Again, if you want to scoot yourself forward in your chair so it's kind of just your bottoms on the chair, put those feet flat on the ground. You can reach towards the back of the chair again, opening up the chest muscles, and look over your shoulder. So we don't want any kind of like really major grip on the chair. You want to make sure you just kind of are lightly holding on, right?
Okay.
Think about that. Now try to tuck that elbow a little bit in. So it kind of wants to go up. If there's a way to make it come in a little bit towards the bottom of the chair, that might feel like a little bit more of a rotational stretch.
Okay.
But anything that bothers you, do not do it.
All right.
You can always come to this, remember, you can always come to this option where you have your hand out. Now, wherever you're steady and ready, I want you to slowly look at me. And now I want you to slowly take your head 1/2 inch to an inch the other way, opposite of your shoulder. And feel that stretch through the shoulder, the chest, and the neck. Fantastic. Slowly bring it forward. Release this hand up and come around. How you feel, okay? While we're at the neck, I want us to take, we're gonna go to one side. And now we're gonna slowly come to center, inhale. And on the exhale, the other side. And on the inhale, we're gonna go 5 on each side. To the other side. A lot of tension.
Yep.
Held in the neck. Do you feel that?
Yes.
It's
That's why I have problems.
in your neck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want you to take a big deep breath in. And on the exhale, release your shoulders. Try to avoid bringing your shoulder and ear together. Allow both to relax. And the other side, inhale. And each breath, it's nice to be able to see and talk to you. I like the integration where we can talk to each other. It really helps me get feedback for knowing what you're doing, so it's awesome. One more on each side.
Eventually we'll meet face to face.
Right, eventually, right? All right, and take a nice deep breath in. Now, along with this time, we're gonna do tilt. We're gonna go to tilt, so we're gonna take this and we're gonna go to side to side. But the only thing with it this time is we're gonna reach the arm across when we do it, okay? Now, so when we go to this side, we're gonna take this arm, which seems relatively simple, right? Keep those feet flat on the floor, except for this time, we're gonna integrate one more move. I want you to take this leg, your left leg. I want you to attempt to bring it up and open in a seated four position. So can you get your leg up here?
Yeah, I got it up there.
Awesome. Okay. So you're gonna get hip while we're doing this, all right? So we're gonna take, I'm gonna look to one side, and now watch what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this hand, the same as the knee, and we're gonna reach it across the body. While pushing through the hip, opening it up, and now reach to the other side with the other arm. And now reach to the other side, 1 and 2 for spinal rotation. We have 2 more on each side. Like you're pushing it away. Awesome. So safely take, when you're done this leg, and you're gonna safely lift it up and down, and we're gonna switch the other side. Bring the other leg up. But this time, we're gonna do chin presses. So we're gonna come down all the way to your chin, and then up, and then down, and then up. You feel wonderful in the back of your neck.
Yep.
All the way down the spine. One more. Fantastic. All right, take these legs down. Sit yourself all the way back.
If you can, I want you to take that other leg up one more time again. We're gonna do this a second time. If you can bring your toes up, like if you can challenge yourself to open your foot up while you're doing this, I challenge you to do that. Otherwise, keep your foot flat, okay? Remember, avoid being on your knee joint. Tilt your hips, sit your hips forward like you've got headlights. Yep, your hips are like your headlights, you're forward, okay? And then anytime you can rest it for a little bit, shake it out, do some ankle rotations or leave it, whatever you wanna do. I'm gonna try to stretch out my foot while I'm doing this. We're gonna take and make those plates. I wanna make big a saucer, right? So we're gonna take and make a big platter with the nose. So you're drawing like a big serving platter. So you have 5 platters that way. And now whatever way you were going, go the opposite way. Take it all the way down. You want to close your eyes, you can. I think it helps me to concentrate a little bit. Think about your nose being your marker. You have one more big platter. I'm going to stop in the middle. And now we're going to make like a small little saucer. This leg is going to come down. We're going to switch legs while we're at it. So we've got an integrated move, right? We're trying to stretch out that hip while we're doing our neck, which is awesome for the mobility. 2 parts of the body for one. Now a little saucer. Don't be afraid of the little moves either, right? The little moves help. Let's make 10 saucers one way. And now 10 saucers the other way. You're passing them out, right? You're like a dinner party. Let's become a dinner party. You have 4 more to pass out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right. Whew. Let's move to the ground for a little bit, okay? And slowly, I want you to reach up. Now listen, wait. No. Sit down. This is what we're gonna do before we go to that mat. You ready?
Okay.
We're gonna do some seated squat raises, okay? So before we go to the mat, I want you to ground yourself and I want you to think about lifting. Now listen, right now you can lift yourself up with your hand if you have to. Otherwise, okay. I want you to think about lifting yourself up using only your butt and placing yourself back down, okay? I'm gonna sit back so you can see my arms, so watch. So you're gonna sit down, you're gonna take these arms if possible, whether they're out to the side, whether they're up, and you're gonna lift put the weight in your heels, okay? Toes are up if they need to be, weight is in the heels. When you sit up, you're gonna press through your heel to rise up. Awesome, oh my gosh, Loretta, great. Now sit yourself back down. Brace the core, 2. I like that you just got out of the chair. You were like, aren't we getting out of the chair? This will be the difference. How we doing?
Okay.
Feel this?
We'll see how I feel tomorrow.
Now watch, raise all the way up. Come back down, take the hands behind you. Watch this flow. Raise all the way up onto the toes, balance, brace. Now go all the way down onto the chair. Who would have thunk it, right? Take these arms back. All the way up. All the way back down. We have 5 more like this. 5 raising squats. Squat raise all the way up and all the way down. You have 4 more. Come on, you got this, Loretta. All the way up. Brace that core. 3, 2. Make sure you're breathing. And a final 1. All the way down and 1 more. And then we're gonna hold on top. All right, hold these up, hold up, stay on your tippy toes. Now, watch this. This is gonna be a mobility move. You can come down if you have to, but if you can, try to stay on the toes. We're gonna try to pretend like we're putting something away in a cabinet, okay? This is for your balance and for your calves, for your feet. I want you to take right here, you have a big can of tomatoes, okay? You're still on your feet, you're still on your toes, right?
Yeah.
Balance yourself on your toes back and forth, okay? Like you're on stilts. The tomatoes now, you've got to walk forward for 3. And now you're at the cabinet. You got the counter first. You set it on the counter. Take from here, set on the counter. Now you're like, oops, I forgot. I go back to the pantry. So you're going to walk backwards. 1, 2, 3. I want you to turn to your left. You're going to turn. Now you're going to grab, okay, another can. You forgot the other can of tomatoes. You needed 2. We're making salsa. You're going to grab it, bring it back towards you. This time you decide you're going to carry the salsa over your head. Why not? It's just one little can. So make a circle. And take the can up. And then take it back. 1 towards the front, 2, 3. Now you take that circle and set it down on the counter. So you have a big can and a little can, right? Now, what you're going to do is there's a cabinet and you need to reach your spices. We're going to get about 5 spices down. But the cabinet's like, oh man, I forgot. The cabinet's this way. You're going to turn your body. If you need any time, you come to a break. Otherwise, you come back up. Squeeze your bottom. Try to go 1 inch higher. Or come to the bottom and go back up. You know how important it is to be able to keep your hands above your head? Huge. Such a great range of motion. I want you to grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spices. Now you got a big load, right? You're holding it. You're gonna come back to the counter. You're going back over this way. You're gonna set them down. Whew, salsa is hard, huh?
Uh-huh.
Back to your seat, come back to your chair. You're gonna need a break. I want you to slowly sit yourself down using only your feet and your butt. Sit yourself all the way down and relax. That was so fun, you didn't even know you were working, right? All right, we got to get back up one more time. This
Okay.
time we've got to go there. Okay, we're going to stay up. This is important. This is a really good balance. This time though, I'm going to dare you to go forward and around your chair. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the counter and we'll be done making salsa. It's going to be magically made. Okay. So we're going to set our heels down flat on the ground. Lift yourself all the way up from a sitting position. Okay, now the hands are at the side. We're going to be like a dancer going. We're going to walk around the chair, however you got to get there. If you have to bring your arms in, you can. This is a mobility class, right? We're using mobility. If you want, you can kind of balance side to side. And now you're back at the counter, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. We're going to stay here for 5. When you start to take your arms, start to swing. Now start to come flat-footed. All the way side. Oh, I love it. Do you feel this? Stretch. Side body stretch. Now, kind of an old aerobic move. Remember how you used to just tap and tap and tap, reach. Now I want us just to reach this way. Bend the elbow from the shoulder. So you're pressing out and pressing back. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Shake it out. You should get some water. Get a drink of water. Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. We're going to do the flexibility stuff. I'm going to move my chair to the side. I'm going to bring my mat closer to you, okay?
Okay.
Can you see me on your mat, my mat? Yeah, you should be able to see me on the mat. Okay. All right, if you want to have your strap at least close or your band at least close,
Okay.
We're gonna go into our 90-90 first. The only difference is I'm gonna show you a little trick we're gonna do today. So, do you remember this 90-90 move where we take our foot up?
Right.
Our legs are at 90 degrees, right? Okay,
Mhm.
so we're gonna be in this position. I want you to watch me because we're gonna do this about 10 times. We're gonna take ourselves forward, tipping forward from the hips, and we're gonna come to the ground. Do you remember this? Or you're here, stretching out the hips. Okay, now this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna lift yourself up. You're gonna bring your hands either here or here, and I want you to watch. You're gonna lift your knees, and you're gonna turn yourself to the back of the room, and then go to a 90-90 on the other side.
Okay.
So you're gonna go down, hold for 3, 2, 1. Then you can lift yourself up if you don't want to do the arms yet and you feel better about being in the middle here. You're gonna come back here to a 90 degree. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna rotate through. So we're gonna do 10 on each, or 5 on each side. So here's your first one. So mobility in motion. You want to hold each one for about 3 seconds. We're going to do 4 exercises and 2 sets of each, okay?
Mm-hmm.
When you finish on 5 on each side, this is my number 3. If you have to adjust yourself on the mat, you can. For some reason, this side likes to be more open than the other. And last one. Forward. And if you can keep those arms up. Ah, it's hard. Fantastic. Second move. We're come to the front. In a cobra position. We're gonna come down. And all we're gonna do is take 10 lifts. We're gonna come all the way up. Or you can come here for 10 where you just lift off and slowly work yourself up. So 1, lower yourself down. Triceps are strong. Keeping your triceps next to your body and letting yourself fall. 3, letting those elbows move. If you want to tuck your toes, you can lift more and hold. You have 5 more. 5. This is like a push-up, in case you haven't wondered. There's a tricep press here. Do you feel that?
Yep.
Good. Heart step back a little bit. If you want to look a little over your shoulder, you can in between 1 or 2 of them. Just protect your spine by bracing your core. Fantastic. Go back for child's pose for just a second. And now we're going to come into low lunges. So you're going to bring this leg forward. Okay?
Yep.
I want both hands. I'm going to come down into this low lunge. When you're ready, you're going to walk your heel toe one in and take the arm out to the other side. So now you have one hand on each side, yes? Knee is over ankle, 90 degrees. We are gonna go back for a hamstring stretch. For 5, come forward, stretch the hip, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now you're gonna slowly bring that leg back. We're gonna switch legs. When you're ready, get that foot right over ankle, knee, 90 degrees, one hand on each side. Nice hip flexor stretch. We're gonna go back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Awesome. Are you ready for your big, intense, last active move? The 4th one out of the set, okay? Come up to standing. Now listen, we're gonna take our hands. They're gonna reach out to the front. So kind of like we did in the chair, we're gonna reach out to the front, bend over, okay? Now we're gonna touch our toes. Now, if you can, one of the most important mobility moves is I want you to come into a low squat. Can you do this with your weight in your heels? Now you're gonna come back up, lift the arms up, and then rise up. So we're gonna tilt forward, bend all the way down, drive through the squat. Now watch this time, what we're gonna do, watch, you're gonna rise all the way up from the squat. 1, 2, squat, rise. That's 1. That's 2. Press through the heel. Good. That's 3. Balance while improving blood circulation, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should feel your blood flowing. You should start to sweat a little bit. Yeah, 4 more. You're awesome, Loretta. You're doing fantastic.
We'll see how I feel tomorrow.
I know, right? It's a lot harder than you think, right? I said, this is crazy. Stretching with intention is insanely and difficult sometimes. All right, and hold at the top. All right, shake it out. We're gonna go right back in, get a little sip of water. We're gonna do that whole thing again. We're gonna go into that 90-90.
Okay.
Okay, where we're gonna rotate back and forth. 5 on each side. So 1 is here. I want you to hold. Really push through that hip. This time, don't make it about speed. Make it about feeling the move, okay? If you can, keep both those hands behind you or up and rotate to the other side. Mobility meets movement, right? Same thing. All about your movements. What makes you mobile? The fact that you're able to do majority of this class, honestly, everything you can do, Loretta, is an amazing task. This is the stuff that's very difficult sometimes. We get so used to doing all the other stuff. And I also applaud you for taking time for self-care. Take time for yourself to do this. It took me almost 10 years of teaching to make this important. And it wasn't until after an injury. And breathe. All right, back to the Cobra now. When you're ready, meet me at the Cobra. Or upward dog if you can. This time, we're gonna integrate it if you can. Can you come to a downward dog? I want you to come through to a plank. And if you can, drop down the knees, then go into the upward dog. So full flow, okay?
Okay.
Follow me? So downward dog, right? You can use those heels to walk it out, whatever is comfortable to you. Let's do 5, but let's take our time to get there. So plank, then if you can, alligator, where we come down all the way and rise up or go to the knees. Look over the shoulder a little bit if you want. Tuck the knees, tuck the toes, come back up. Downward dog, then drop those knees in a plank position. If you can, squeeze your elbows to the body, drop down to a tricep press, brace the core, rise yourself up. Take a look to the sky, tuck the toes, lift the knees, come back down and up. One last time, forward plank, knees down or knees up, drop yourself to the ground and rise up. And now let's slowly go back into child's pose. We're gonna stay here for a good full 30 seconds. I want you to stay with your forehead on the ground. And then we're gonna go into that third and final move out of 4. So the third move, remember we go back into that lunge, 5 on each side, right? So we take this forward, each leg. This time, walk those toes out a little bit. Get a little bit more of a hip flexor stretch. Can you tuck that toe in the back under instead of having your toes up? Can you tuck your toes flat?
Yeah, they are.
Good. Now tuck them under. Feel a stretch in the back of the foot. Now come back. So the toes are up in the back and the toes are coming toward you in the front. Roll it forward. Switch. 3. Those knees just really start to warm up. 2. And 1. And we're gonna switch those legs, however you gotta get there. One arm in each. Tuck the toes and come back. Stretching out the hamstring, beautiful. Feel the stretch, let your body talk to you. Let your body be your feedback, right? Everything your body wants to do to warm itself up. Get your joints lubricated. Fantastic. All right, and the last, and final move, you got that squat, you ready? All right, this time we're not gonna break in the middle. We're just gonna go down, we're gonna bend over.
Okay.
We're just gonna come from, now I want you to think about something. Can you see my arms?
Yeah.
There's 6 major mobility moves, one of which, we're gonna work on all 6. We're gonna do the second one in a second, but one of which is to be able to lift your arms, okay, above your head, shoulders back and down, okay? But what it is that from here, it's able to reach your arms so that they are in line with your ears without arching your back. So tuck your hips and try to go here. I have a hard time with this one arm because of my injury. Okay. So you wanna keep your shoulders away, listen to how I'm saying. Feet are under hips, shoulders are away from ears. Arms are right by your ears, biceps to ears, and your arms are right at your ears, thumbs back. This is very difficult to hold. Do you feel this? This is not an easy move. This rotation takes time and development. So this is where we're gonna start from. We're gonna separate our feet. If you need to, it gets uncomfortable, come a little bit forward. We're gonna tip forward from the hips, bend over. Brace your core, come to the ground and hold. Take your feet a little wider. Squat, a deep squat. Weight is in the heel. Watch, you're not forward on your toes. Your weight is on your heel. So you could like bring yourself up like this if you had to. Can you hold here for 5 seconds?
Uh-huh.
Now watch. What are we gonna do?
Go
We're gonna
up.
raise up. That's impressive. So now, take those arms. Shift them so that they are at your ears, biceps to ears. Watch see how I wanna do this? Try to take your shoulders away from your ears. Don't let them be friends. Brace your core, and then look at what I'm doing instead. I need to tuck my hips, right? Take those feet out. Sit forward. Like a wide forward fold. Squat. We're taking a while, so we're gonna do 5. Now take those hands and reach up like you're scooping up a big beach ball. Reset yourself. Shoulder blades lock into place. Sit forward. There goes my AirPod. Squat. And now what if I ask you to bring your arms to the side and rise up? Are you sweating yet?
Yes.
Good. Last one. And shake it out. Get a little sip of water for me. Awesome. When you're ready, find your strap. Second, huge mobility move we're going to work on through this class. And I have to work on it myself. It's not just going back and forth, right? We've done that before. Do you remember that?
Right.
It's how far can you take your arms back eventually on their own and hold there without lifting your shoulders. So we're just going to hold this stretch. Now, can you straighten your arms and bring it forward a little bit? If you have to, don't go so far back if you have to bend your arms. I want you to be able to straighten your arms. So even if you're here, that's better with the arms straight. If you can go a little bit further back, but try to avoid the bend. If you need to, you can take the, yep, there you go. Feel that stretch across your chest?
Huh?
Hold for 3, 2, and release to the front. Come back towards the exact same spot. We're not going to go down this time. You have 2 more. Squeeze those shoulders, gotta brace the core and come to the front. All right, take it sideways. Okay, I want us to reach all the way over. Now watch, lift your heart to the sky. Your thumb and palm is facing me. Side body stretch. Can you bring this arm very close to your body? And go down 1 more inch. And now slowly rise up and switch. Watch, you want to take yourself forward. Instead, lift your heart to the sky. Palm facing me. Remember to breathe.
I am.
Me too. All right, take it, and we're gonna come down to the ground again. Have you ever done a frog pose?
Yeah.
You have? So you're familiar with on the ground. We're gonna do, this is our third of 4 exercises. So from the side, right, it looks like where you take your knees apart. If you want something in front of you to rest your elbows on, you can. You can sit up like this. Your knees and heels are in a line, toes are active, flat foot. You're opening up your hips, but not too far. If this is enough, then just stay here, okay?
Okay.
Do you feel this in your hips?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. If you can come down to your elbows, wonderful. But just rock barely back and forth. I want you to breathe. If this is too much, go back up to with the hands all the way up, okay?
Okay.
Where do you feel it? On your elbows or here?
I feel that in my knees.
Okay, then come in. Walk your knees in. Bring your feet together first, and then walk your knees in. Does that bother your knees?
Yeah.
Then don't do that. Let's do a new move, okay? We'll do a different move. I don't want to do that move if it bothers your knee, okay? We'll do this move instead. Let's come back to downward dog. You doing okay, Loretta?
Yeah.
Are you tired?
A little bit.
Okay. This is really hard, just so you know, give yourself credit. I want you to bring your knee in. Knee in. Is there any way you could bring your toe through?
No.
Okay. Then just bring your knee in, okay? Bend your knee. This will be good knee. This will be good knee flexibility. And watch. If you don't want to be all the way up, watch what I'm going to do. Are you ready?
Okay.
1, you can do it on your fist so you don't bother your wrist.
Okay.
2, I want you to shift your weight over your hands. So watch me from the side. Sit up for a second. So instead of being here with your shoulders, watch.
Okay.
I want you to shift your weight of your shoulder over your hands or your fist. So you're not back here. The pressure is not there. You are bracing your core and you're here.
Okay.
So let's just do this. If you can, one knee on the ground and one knee back. You want to bring the knee in and back and in and back. Brace, brace. Now, this is when your knee is on the inside of your elbow. We're going to take it now to the outside of your elbow. Did you know what you were signing up for?
No.
Is it worse than you thought?
No, it's not so bad.
Good. You can do
Eventually, everything will get stretched and it'll be fine.
You'll be good. This should not, just so you know, this really shouldn't be easy. I'm not kidding. This should be extremely kind of difficult in a different way. Now back to the middle. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, how we doing? Okay. We good?
I have to sit because I can't sit on.
I can't have a good. Say it again.
I can't sit on my feet.
That's good to know. Everything like that is helpful when you tell me things like that, when you guys are in class and I can talk to you and see you. That's why I love this. So feedback to you is that helps me know what we can do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now let's sit down. Go ahead.
When I sit on my feet, the top of my thighs, they really hurt a lot.
Okay. And what's really great about that is the more you stretch, the more your knee should hurt less.
Okay.
Okay, then let's come to a seated position. I'm just going to stretch out my back a second. Let's do our shoulder rolls forward. Give your knees a break. And now towards the back. Take your elbows, watch. Take your elbows, bring them up towards your face and then back. Watch, they'll come towards you, then open. Feel that?
Mm-hmm.
So they're together. And now you separate kind of like a butterfly. 6, 7, 8, 2 more. I literally have no idea how much time we have been together. Isn't that awesome? That's how much fun we're having. And like, we could go on forever.
It's over.
Say it again.
2 more minutes and it's 10-2.
This is done. Oh my gosh, I love it, Laura. All right, let's take and do it this time. We're gonna go the other way. So we're gonna open it up. Yep, bring those elbows towards you. So we're gonna make like this way, watch my hands, down and around. Feel that rotation in the shoulder?
Yes.
Awesome. Stretching with intention. So we're not trying to race, right?
Right.
Each thing you're doing, you want to spread those fingers out, take them down, spread them out, take them down. 2 more and 1 more. Fantastic. All right, now we're going to lay on our backs. Isn't that great to finish?
Yes.
All right, come to your back. We're just going to take 1 leg at a time. This will be good for the knee, okay?
Okay.
Great. Take here. Don't grab at your knee. You can either grab here or here. Just gentle. Pull in, and then we're gonna switch. Almost like a bicycle, but
Okay.
not a crunch. You feel that?
Yep.
Feels good, right? Now,
Yes.
can you start to take it where your knee comes more towards your, like your armpit? That's the only way I can say it. You can point and flex the toes for a little ankle flexion. And then extension. Get that joint going. Oh, feels so good. And now bring those knees in together. I want you to give yourself a hug. And like a little kid, I want us to put our hands to the side. And I want us to take our feet, kind of dingle them. If you need to, grab a hold under your thighs. Try not to hold on to your knees, right? Make sure you're a little bit under or right underneath your thighs might be better. Yeah, there you go. We're on the ground. Let yourself just kind of like let them swing. And 4, 3, 2. Take your chin to chest, tuck your chin to chest, hold in. And slowly roll up, sitting. I want to take a big, deep breath in, come to seated position. All the way up, across the arms. Raise all the way up. And release. That's it. Not so bad.
Nope.
I only have about 72 more moves to do.
Yeah, right. We already did
I
enough.
have a list like this long.
We'll see
So
on
the only one that bothered you a little bit was the frog. That was the only one that bothered your knees a little bit.
because I have a hard time squatting all the way down.
Okay, so we'll just work on different ways of doing the hips. We'll do like the seated positions and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, because
All right.
I have arthritis in my lower back.
Oh yes. Okay, then that would make a big difference. Yeah.
That's why I do yoga.
Yeah.
And that's
Awesome.
Water aerobics.
You did
'Cause it keeps-
fantastic.
Huh?
You did fantastic.
Thank you.
I like that you're kind of sweating a little and you're a little out of breath. That's good.
Yep.
That's how it should be for this class. It's a little bit different than lengthen and strengthen. This is a mobility Monday, so we're going to get our heart rates up just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right, have a great day. Thanks for coming.
Okay. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.